Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Ford College in Dearborn, Michigan. My name is Jeff Lowe, along with Leland Stein, and Gang 2 of the doubleheader. It's the men of Henry Ford Community College, or Henry Ford College, pardon me, and Jackson Community College from Jackson. Oh, I said Jackson. I'm sorry. Let me get my directions right. Kellogg Community College from the area of Grand Rapids, I'm going to say. Kellogg Community College and Henry Ford College. And Leland Stein, first, let's talk about your Kellogg Community College Bruins.
Kellogg is coming in here winless. They're 0-3, and the prognostications are that they're just a good basketball team, but they seem to not have the talent that this Henry Ford Hawks team has. People are projecting that there's up to 5 individuals on this Henry Ford team that has possibilities of getting Division I scholarships. It may not be the Big Ten or ACC, but they think the mid-majors definitely. And they've been recruited already. So this is what community college is all about, uplifting young men and women, giving them second chances, giving them opportunities to grow and live out their dreams. We all know that high school is a short 4-year journey, and sometimes some of us don't have the right opportunities, or you get injured, or certain things don't work out your way, and you might find yourself in a situation like this, going to a junior college to rebuild yourself, to work on your game, to get better, and that's what we have out here with these young men. Henry Ford, in particular, made it to the college basketball playoffs last year, and they won their conference, and they're ranked about 13th in the nation right now. They're 5-2. Unfortunately, today their best player, Solomon, will not play. He's hurt. Gary Solomon, the 6'5", 200-pounder from Detroit Dep, will miss this game. So what that does is give an opportunity for someone else. So we'll see who will step up, Jeff.
Yes, and he will be very well missed, too, because he is a solid player for this Hawk team. We're all set for tip-off, and here we go with the first half of play. Welcome to Henry Ford basketball, Henry Ford College and Kellogg Community College on your Henry Ford streaming network. Your officials for this evening's game, Larry Martin, Quincy Jones, and Sean Dinkfelt. Oh! Henry Ford had won the tip, and Curtis Jackson couldn't finish the layup. But on the follow attempt was Carrington McCaskill, and he was sky high with the dunk attempt and gets the foul and will shoot 2.
Yeah, I just want to make a correction on my brother Jeff Lowe. He mentioned that this Kellogg Community College might be in Grand Rapids, but they're actually in Battle Creek.
That's what I meant. Thank you very much, Mr. Stein. Battle Creek, the home of the cereals.
Thus, they will be called Kellogg, right?
That's right. Good job right there, double teaming on the sideline. And let me get those starters for you. First for Henry Ford, Mac Mansell, Curtis Jackson, Carrington McCaskill, Khalil Whitehead, and Brandon Machirin. Man-to-man for Henry Ford. That one was in and out. The shot was Brandon Brown. Good ball movement by Henry Ford. Jackson to the basket with the layup. The kiss off the glass. And now Henry Ford picking up full court out of the man-to-man.
I love to see full court. Well, I played a million years ago for Coach Richmond at Detroit McKenzie High School. All we did was run man-to-man full court.
Outside shot way short of the mark. That was DeBay with the shot, and with the three was Mac Mansell in a quick timeout for Kellogg Community College. Kellogg Community College is coached by Gary Sprague in his third year. Assistant coach is Muhammad Al-Bagami. Athletic director Tom Shaw. Athletic trainer is Tom Lawrence. And student manager is Deshaun Palmer. And for Henry Ford, your head coach in his fourth season, Chris Shepard. Assistant coaches Mark West, Kurt Bradley, James Payne, and athletic trainer is Jan Lawyer, and athletic director Rochelle Taylor. Henry Ford, the number 17th ranked team
In the country.
in the country.
They might have said 13th. I don't know now. So we have to make sure here.
There's the double and the steal and the layup, Curtis Jackson.
Our troops from Battle Creek is off to an ominous start here. Not only they're 0-3, and then they're down 11-0 with Henry Ford's best player in street clothes. Well, actually, he's in his sweats.
Well,
So-
you can use the term street clothes. He's not dressed. He's not in uniform, and that's important. Henry Ford picking up full court again. Outside shot is good. Finally, Kellogg Community College gets on the board, and that's Brendan Brown.
Brandon Brown, 6'6", from Three Rivers, Michigan.
Outside shot hits the side of the basket. Mansell's shot is a little windy, so that one got pushed to the side. Machira with the rebound. Brandon Machira. Good defensive play off the hands of Brandon Machira.
But that's good, though. That's good for Kellogg. I mean, you know, when you're the underdog and you pretty much outmanned, I mean, we can really say that because there's some truth to it. And then you come out here and you play good defense and you knock down some threes, you get this team's attention.
Curtis Jackson looking to go to the basket. Matrina with the outside shot, way short. And trying to save it was Mac Mansell but he couldn't do so. The ball is over to Kellogg. The Bruins of Kellogg Community College.
Layup. Had a good shot there. Quentin Jones, 6'7", from Detroit.
McCaskill with the spin in the paint, no good, and the follow. Oh my! The follow by Khalil Whitehead and the foul.
The 6'6" Cass Tech product. Making the technicians proud. Now that was a quick leap right there, Jeff.
Yes.
I mean, he was up off the ground like a pogo stick.
(14-3) your score. Good job by the double. And Mansell can't find help. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds, and Henry Ford will maintain possession. Jackson at the top, looking to drive. Short jumper by Jackson is good.
Yeah, Jackson he's a smooth little guard on Harper Woods. Nice handle, quick release. He's got a shot. He's got a shot at playing at the next level.
Jackson with the rebound that time, couldn't connect with Mansell, who was streaking down the floor. Kellogg having some trouble with this defense, coming up short. Now a few substitutions for Henry Ford. Tyler Mack is into the game.
Keyshawn Devlin's in too. Number 4 with the ball.
Devlin and Jackson running the point. McCaskill backing his way in. Jump hook, no good. Rebound. Good job rebounding by Daniel Autry.
Man, he's only 6'3", but he just went right up over the top of the Kellogg player without fouling and put back.
Ricardo Colvin is now into the game for McCaskill. Shot clock adjustment, 20 seconds on the shot clock. 15-21 here in the first half if you're just joining us on the Henry Ford streaming network. My name is Jeff Lowe along with Leland Stein. Bringing you the action of this 15th ranked or 17th ranked Henry Ford College team. Going inside with a tough play and a good job by number 23, Quentin Jones. Right back quickly the other way is Autry.
Oh, another Cass Tech product. Autry's a 6'3" kid from Detroit. Cass Tech is a sophomore.
Battle for the ball underneath, and finally coming away with it is Colvin. Colvin up the floor quickly. And on the shot was Devlin.
Yeah, Coach said that Henry Ford has had 2 or 3 players that had actually signed in Division I because of COVID. and you had that extra year, they came on back and played the extra year here. So, you know, that thing that the NCAA did was the biggest humanitarian thing they have ever done. In all these years I've been covering the Final Fours and college sports, the NCAA has always been tight in their relationship with its student athletes. But this move, where they gave everybody an extra year no matter what, you could move around or leave or do whatever you want, has really, I think, helped the kids, of course. Now, a lot of people are complaining, Jeff, because they say, well, the kids are leaving, they don't want to compete because they can't start here. What's wrong with leaving? If you was the coach, you leave. Nobody says nothing. But the kids got to stay at a school that they're not happy with, that they signed with at 18 when you're just a little bitty kid and you don't really know yet. I mean, come on, 18, you can't make life decisions at 18 that are lasting. Some of us do, we get lucky and it works for us, but many times it doesn't. And it shouldn't be anything wrong with somebody saying, okay, this is not the spot for me, and go and try themselves somewhere else. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy about that right now, but I think it's good for the athletes. They should have freedom. This is America.
I agree with you, and you said the key word right there, freedom to move.
Yeah.
And not locked into any situation you won't be able to succeed or progress in.
Exactly.
I totally agree with you.
Just because you went there when you was 18. And they hold you there because the NCAA didn't want people to compete. They don't want the players leaving. They want to make it easy for the colleges, easy for the coaches, and they don't have to do anything extra.
That one was blocked from behind by Henry Ford. And here comes Mansell. Here's a three-point shot attempt. There's no good. Oh, it bounced around. I was about to call that no good. I'm sorry, Autry. Daniel Autry with the jumper, the three-pointer from outside.
Well, he wheeled that one in.
Yes, he did.
He did a little body language there, a little twist and turning.
And I thought it was going to bounce out of the basket, and that one bounced into the basket.
Shooter shot.
Here's the steal by Devlin. Up quickly and a dunked. The slam by Tyler Mack.
Big 6'5" kid from Warren, Michigan. Out here got a slam on.
27
Jeff, I
to
know
20.
you've always wanted to dunk a basketball.
Well, no, I've dunked a basketball
before.
before.
You can't dunk. Stop.
I used the chair, and I stepped up and I dunked it.
Well, I think I did that too.
Okay. 27-7 your score in favor of the Hawks of Henry Ford. Devlin looking inside, and that one's out of bounds and will go over to the Bruins.
That was a
Kellogg.
tight window in there that Keyshawn Devlin tried to thread, but it could have got there, but it was tight.
Devlin with the steal. And the foul on number 20, and that's Elijah Moore committing the foul for Kellogg Community College. That will send Devlin to the line. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, Devlin's from River Rouge. He's part of that. River Rouge has rebuilt its program and its athletics. When I was coming up long ago, Jeff, River Rouge was one of the premier programs in the state with Coach Lofton Green, winning probably about 6 or 7 or 8 state titles over a 20-year period. And the River Rouge kind of hit the skids there, but they've been back recently, in recent years.
Mac Mansell with the bucket off the turnover. And this pressure is giving Kellogg some problems. Three-point shot attempt is good. Tyler Mack from way outside. Three-point shot is good. That's Solomon Petre the third.
Woo, nice pass.
Nice look in tight quarters that time. But
He
Matt
got it through
Mansell, yes, he did.
Maybe that's his MO. I got to give it to little devil in there.
Well, you know what they say, point guards are also the quarterbacks.
Yes, they are. Well, you know, heck, I'm only 5'9", he's 5'9", he's my guy.
Passed a little too hard. Mansell in the open floor. And that time, Solomon Petre was not going to let Mac Mansell get the easy slam dunk on him.
Yeah, because he was winding up. You can see he had got that body in that extension where he was ready.
That one's blocked. Elijah Moore with the block. Three-point shot, way off the mark. Gerard Hubbard for Kellogg. McCaskill checks back into the game for Henry Ford. Also, Khalil Whitehead back into the game. And Jackson running point. Latrina with the ball. Jackson looking to drive, pulls up, free throw extension, good.
Boy, that's a sweet basketball player right there. Nice shot.
Kellogg was having problems getting it over the timeline, but Elijah Moore finally gets it and puts in two. Jackson.
Jackson with the double clutch hanging. Dipsy dude trying to get it up there. He got fouled, though.
.11:03 in the first half.
Jackson is a true freshman out of Harper Woods, too.
Jackson misses the first. Henry Ford off to a 38-12 lead here in the first half. Jackson makes the second. Make that 39-12.
You know, the thing I like about what Henry Ford is doing here, Jeff, is that they putting pressure on him. I mean, they have this big lead, and they're obviously a better team, but it don't matter with them. I mean, the coach is like, hey, we out here putting the kill shot to them.
Henry Ford backs it out. Jackson, the point guard. Let's take a look at this. Attacks the basket, loses it out of bounds, but maintains the possession. Latrina, short jump shot, no good. Latrina gets his own rebound, goes back to the basket. McCaskill had a hand
Three
on
good looks. Just wouldn't fall for him.
it. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Nice fake. Wouldn't drop. Whoa!
McCaskill.
Dipsy do, baby. Big 6 at Renaissance kid. Detroit Renaissance.
And this is a mark of a very good team when they can play without their number one player.
I think McCaskill, too, is one of those kids that had gotten a Division I scholarship.
McCaskill.
But rescinded it. You know, to come back, give it another shot. McCaskill and Jackson's got a little rhythm going.
They got something going on here because McCaskill is playing above the rim.
And Jackson is delivering it to him.
Yes. Three-point shot attempt, no good. That's more, and back the other way is Autry. Daniel Autry with the easy two. Three-pointer is good by Keelan Strickland. Skip pass. And Autry again.
Autry's having a pretty good game so far here.
And Jackson doing his job as a point guard and getting everybody involved. Matrina with the save, and Jackson finding the ball and finding Matrina, and it's good. Another three-pointer, 51 to 17.
Pretty good about it. I like it when the guard gets excited when people make shots.
I also
it ain't just about you making the shots.
Absolutely. I also like it when a player makes a good play and the guard finds him and rewards him.
Yes.
Outside shot, no good. Hard off the glass. That man again, Curtis Jackson.
In the corner.
Matrina. It's like it's going to be an offensive foul on Khalil Whitehead. And Kellogg will maintain possession. With 7:28. Looks like it's going to be a timeout. 30-second timeout for Kellogg Community College. And once again, I'd like to say, Leland, that a mark of a good team is when they can do well without their best player on the floor tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Solomon is truly one of he is the best players on the team, and he's being sought after by Division I programs. And of course, when you lose a player like that, in most cases, most teams lose a talent like that, they won't be successful. But that just tells you what they're building here at Henry Ford, at least this basketball program. They have the kind of depth where you can lose a kid like that and still come out here and perform the way they have.
7:28 remaining here in the first half. And your home team, Henry Ford
Look at the defense.
Hawks.
I mean, you just got to love Henry Ford.
Yes.
They don't play, man. They're full court pressure. You know.
Three-point shot, no good.
The thing about that full court pressure they putting on, Jeff, is that it doesn't allow Kellogg to get into any kind of offensive rhythm because they have them in a helter-skelter. Because once they get the ball, if they get lucky enough to get the ball through, then everybody's everywhere, and they hurried.
Devlin at the line. He makes the first. Devlin, part of this good point guard crew they have here at Henry Ford.
Yeah, he's the smallest one out there.
Kellogg does well that time in breaking the pressure, but not able to convert.
Yeah, I don't know where he was going, but that kind of thing had no chance. There was absolutely no chance there. That defense in the middle by Henry Ford,
Quentin Jones with the 2, got inside and got it in over the top. Offensive foul. Looks like maybe a legal pick going on there. 53-19, Henry Ford on top of Kellogg Community College. Way on top. Kellogg going down low again. And that time, good job defensively. Ricardo Colvin said, no, not this time, Jones.
Oh, he's 6'8". you can't bring no Kool-Aid in here to a gin party.
Long shot attempt, no good. Tyler Mack with that last long shot attempt.
I mean, he could have took 3-4 steps in and still been outside the three-point line.
Pressure continually being applied on Kellogg Community College. And they haven't figured it out yet. But in the half court,
it's hard to figure out that when you got athletes and they're very athletic and they're willing to play defense, they don't mind playing defense, it's hard to do something with that.
Excellent move by Ricardo Colvin. Battling inside, still. Uh-oh. Coach is not going to like that one. Got to finish those 2s. Especially when the results is a 2 the other way.
But you still have a 30-point lead.
Well, still, but those are the small things that you have to correct.
No doubt
when
about
you're a good team, if you plan on continually rising up that rating scale, those small things are very important.
No, excellent point. There's no doubt about it. That's a legitimate concern. But, you know, the little fella there, Devlin, you know, I think he just thought that somebody was going to get the block on him, but he was able to kind of hang to the right. So, hey, sometimes, you know, you miss shots like that.
Jamal Bradley has now checked into the game also. Bradley from outside, not hesitating on getting his shot off. Immediately shoots up a 3. .505 remaining here in the first. Mansell with the rebound. Mansell with the drive.
Now, that's just bully ball. I mean, he just ran over the guy, man. That could have been an offensive foul, but I like it. I like the no call. But that's just good, aggressive, hard basketball.
I know, I call it muscle. Mansell, muscle.
Well, he's a big kid.
Yes.
He's kind of thick. It ain't no skinny. He's not one of them skinny basketball players.
Well, look,
that's
now,
for sure.
this is college basketball. It might be on the JC level, but it is college basketball. And at this point, hey, you better be able to go in there like that in the paint and battle and be able to make those tough shots like that.
Yeah, because he took it with contact.
Larry Patrick at the line.
There they go.
Henry Ford trying to get into some offense. Mansell, reverse. Coming away with the rebound. A good job in rebounding that one. Number 32, and that's Jamal Bradley with his first 2 points.
That's Andrew Levy, Belleville kid.
Yes, check that. You're right. Andrew Leamy.
Man, Belleville has been producing a lot of athletes lately, Jeff. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have.
And they won the state title, too, in football.
Put back by number 23, Quentin Jones, doing some work. Whoa! Watch out.
It hurt. But he went up there. It hurts.
Leamy with the no look. Inside, they go back out. 3-point shot, in and out. Leamy with the rebound, gets another rebound. Leamy battling underneath. Andrew
And
Leamy.
he's short, he's only 6'1". He's in there battling with the big boys, isn't he? But he's kind of stocky young man. You know, he's got a little grit on him. So he can get in there and push him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you got to do when you're only 6 foot and you're a guard. That's how you get noticed.
Yeah. Because rebounding is, you know, it's a skill, it's an art form, but it's also some hustle. It's hustle and determination. Makes you a great rebounder.
Jackson and Bradley checking back into the game.
I mean, you look at guys like Paul Silas who couldn't jump. I mean, 6'8", one of the great rebounders in the NBA.
Khalil Whitehead also checking back in for Henry Ford. 2:41 remaining here in the first half. And Henry Ford with a 60-26 lead over Kellogg Community College. Nice jumper from outside. That's Khalil Whitehead. Coach Chris Shepard walking the sideline.
You wonder why a kid like Whitehead and some of the others that had Division I scholarships come back. And I didn't have a chance to talk to them and delve into why they make that decision. I could only assume, based on what the coach said, after having that amazing season last year, and if you go downstairs, you look in the trophy case, they have plaques and banners from winning the league and going to the Division II championship. And I think a lot of the players probably decide, hey, we got a chance. We're good enough to really compete and win it. So maybe that's part of the reason why some of them have decided to take advantage of the extra opportunity.
Yes.
Because it won't take away from the 2 years they'll get, even if they get a scholarship to a higher level. They're not going to lose any eligibility.
Carrington McCaskill on that last possession by Henry Ford took it the length of the floor for the nice layup. On the other end, on the defensive end, committing a foul and going to the line is number 10. That's Brendan Brown for Kellogg Community College. Makes the first.
Kellogg's record is 5-2, Jeff. They've lost 2 games to some pretty good schools, I've been told.
65-28.
Worried about the losses.
Jackson I don't know how he got that one off.
He's kind of slick like that, though.
Good job by Hubbard inside with the rebound. McCaskill quick the other way. Outside shot is good by number 23, and that's Jamal Bradley. Now that was a Leland Stein shot.
I'm not going to lie and say I've never shot a ball and it didn't. I have had a few stick up there. But see, the good thing about basketball, even if you're a great player, if you shoot 40-something%, that's less than 50%, you're a superstar. It's even worse in baseball. Heck, you go 1 out of 3, you're freaking Hall of Famer.
Well, they gave that ball back to Kellogg Community College. I thought that was out of bounds and over to Henry Ford, but they gave it back to Kellogg. But, well, okay. Let's keep it going, huh? Just keep it going. 68-28 your score.
Yeah, it's just 40 seconds left in the half.
Jackson.
Nice pass. Money.
And an even nicer shot.
Jackson has about 4 assists, I would assume, 4 to 5 assists in the first half alone.
Khalil Whitehead with the rebound. Khalil Whitehead with that last shot. Alley-oop. Woo! McCaskill. Carrington McCaskill putting some emphasis on it.
Detroit Renaissance. Well, we know he's a good student.
And again, woo, that looked like a travel. And it was.
Yeah, he traveled.
One too many steps. Yeah.
He got a little bit, wasn't sure. He's caught in the middle between dunking it and laying it up.
I know what it was. It was the shoes.
It's the shoes.
Jamal Bradley tried to end the half, but took too many steps. And that's going to be the half, folks. 73-28 is your halftime score. More basketball when we return. Henry Ford and Kellogg. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Ford College in Dearborn, Michigan. And your score, Henry Ford 73, Kellogg Community College 28. And Leland Stein, you got some first half stats for us?
Yeah, the one that sticks out the most, Jeff, and it's glaring, for me, you know, I got a little coach's background, so I'm always looking at the turnovers. One thing I really, really liked about this Henry Ford team, this is the first time I've seen them, is that, man, they play defense. I mean, you got some scorers, some guys out here that had Division I opportunities, and they coming out here hungry defensively. When you got a team that's willing to get down and get gritty and check full court pressure, even though you got a 40-point lead and they playing it, you know, like they're hungry. This team is hungry to get back to the national championship rounds, to get a shot at it, and they're playing like it. And the thing that'll get them there is defense. Not only did they create 14 turnovers, they had 11 steals. 11 steals. That just don't fall in your lap. You got to go out there and put in an effort to get 11 steals. So if you look at those two things, those are the major things that I think that really can turn a program around. But as of this game, not only is Kellogg undermanned, but the shots aren't falling for them. I mean, they shot 32% from two-point land and 25% from the three. And then conversely, when you look at what Henry Ford did, 55% from two and 55% from three. Thus, you see a 73-28 lead.
All right, we are starting this second half of play. And picking up from where they left off, that's McCaskill with the tip. And he has been playing above the rim most of this game, and with an assist from Curtis Jackson. And one of the few times that Kellogg has got into the paint. Jackson working the outside. Outside shot is no good. And that's Whitehead with the attempt. Good D from Mansell on the guards, and they're matched up man to man. Trying to go back door, and Curtis Jackson losing the handle.
You know, it's been a weird last couple of years with COVID, and a lot of us thought that it would go away, that we would all somehow fight it and beat it, but it seems to be lingering around. But as a result of the COVID, the athletes have had an extra year where they can transfer or switch without penalty. Henry Ford has taken tremendous advantage of that. They have 4 players that signed Division I scholarships. Khalil Whitehead signed at Chicago State. Curtis Jackson signed with Ferris State. Gary Solomon signed at Long Island. And McCaskill at Florida Atlantic. All these guys decided to come back because of the benevolence of the NCAA. Finally, because of COVID, has given these guys an extra year, because the 20 year was just wiped out for the most part for everybody.
Inside to low paint and doing some battling underneath for Kellogg is number 23, Quentin Jones, with the 2 points. Jackson quickly back the other way, and
Jackson got his scholarship to Ferris State, but I think, you know, he's looking, he think he can do even better. Not that there's anything wrong with Ferris State. He'd be blessed and lucky to get his education paid for and get to play basketball anywhere. So I know they all understand that, but I think they're betting on themselves and they're betting on this team. They feel like this team can really go somewhere.
Mansell to Jackson. Back to Mansell with the touch layup.
Jackson is a good little point guard. He can play for anybody.
Knocked away. Mansell in the open floor. Mansell with the dunk.
Mansell finally got his dunk. He's been trying to get that all day.
79-32. And the call to go against Mansell, who was in the paint.
He jumped there, but he didn't have his feet set yet.
Right, and he wasn't above that line. He might have been within that circle area, which really gives the officials a good gauge on where a player is as far as his distance to the rim. Jackson on the floor knocking it away. Kellogg with the three-point shot is no good. And that was Brandon Brown. Petrina. Mac Mansell. In that first half for Henry Ford, who were some of the leading scorers?
Henry Ford, the leading scorer was McCaskill. He must have had about 4 dunks. I mean, they were spectacular kind alley-oops. Autry led the way with 13. McCaskill dropped 12. Then you had a plethora of others. Mansell 9, Curtis Jackson 8, Whitehead 8. So yeah, you got at least 4 or 5 players that's heading toward double figures. I mentioned that Jackson had about 6 assists in the first half. I was just saying that because I didn't have the stats in front of me. But he actually ended up with 7. He's a really solid point guard. No wonder Fair State signed him.
McCaskill with the ball, looking to spin. A nice turnaround jumper in the paint for McCaskill. Jones. And these guys are both battling a little bit.
Yeah, Quentin Jones. Look, they probably know each other. Quentin's from Detroit. McCaskill's from Detroit, I'm sure. If you're playing basketball at this level, y'all have had to play in AAU or something somewhere.
McCaskill underneath, looking for some room, making some space.
Nice. Nice pass, good shot.
That was Petrina with the last shot. And Petrina with the foul, as hitting the floor pretty hard is Keelan Strickland.
There's no T, no T.
Petrina checks out. McCaskill checks out. Got Coven checking in, and also number 13, Tyler Mack, has checked in, along with number 15, Daniel Autry, who was one of the leading scorers in the first half. And right away with a smooth jump shot. Look good, number 13, Tyler Mack. Mack with the rebound. And the Hawks are off and running. Now Jackson draws the assignment of Jones underneath. As Jackson trying to battle with the big.
he was blocking out.
Oh! Now that's the way you
Slam,
go
bam,
to the basket.
thank you, ma'am.
Khalil Whitehead strong to the basket. And a full
Thank you.
timeout. A full timeout after that one.
Thank you for the dinner. My man had to eat. He didn't have to get so funky on him, though, Jeff. He didn't have to wind up and recoil and clock it.
Well, I think I would have had to wind up and clock it.
Boy, I tell you, this Henry Ford team, this is a really, really good basketball team, Jeff.
Yeah, well, you know, you called it. 13:56 remaining in the half. It's a 91-35 ball game, and you mentioned it, and I've never called a game quite like this one before, when the score might get too much out of hand, but it's possible.
Look.
But we'll see how they play it in this.
It's a 50-point lead, Jeff. Okay? Can you do the math?
Well,
Subtract 35 from 91 and see what you come up with.
okay.
That's what you call.
Oh, you're an educator, Mr. Stein. Mr. Stein. He had to get his calculator out to do the math. Jones with the turnaround, nice touch off the glass.
Look at Jones.
Like
Jones said,
Jones.
Look, I'm determined to play me some more basketball somewhere, you know? And he looks like he can do that, too. He's a good kid. He's 6'7", nice size, crafty around the basket, working hard. You know, you got to like that.
I want to make a correction. I want to check that. I said Quentin Jones, but I meant Elijah Moore. No, I was correct. I'm sorry. It's Quentin Jones. And when the score gets this high, your eyes begin to run together on these rosters. Outside shot, no good. And Hubbard with the rebound. Good strong move to the basket. There he is again.
Quentin Jones.
Quentin Jones.
Jones, I don't care what the score is. I'm out here balling, okay? Quentin is the only big man that they have in the middle at 6'7" that's contesting. McCaskill at 6'8" and Whitehead 6'6". I mean, they just got loads of guys coming in there trying to throw it down on you.
And Tyler Mack was attempting that last throw down and couldn't get it to go down. He had to throw, but he couldn't get to down. That one hit the net right there. And quickly up the floor. Spin move, nicely done. Great job
River
by
Rouge product.
Keyshawn Devlin.
He had him in spin cycle.
93-39, 12:05 remaining. Another turnover. And another throw down. Ricardo Colvin with that throw down. 95-39. I might need that calculator in a minute. Quentin Jones, that's that man again.
There you go. Come on, Quentin. We're going to get you a Division I, baby.
Jackson for 3.
And Quentin is just a freshman. He's a true freshman.
Colby with the push. I said Jackson, but Jackson is not in, is he? No, I don't think Jackson is in the game. Number 32 was with that last. That's Leamy, Andrew Leamy. He shot that last 3 from way outside.
Yeah, the sad part for Kellogg is that Henry Ford bringing in the bench, and there's no drop-off. I mean, it's not like, okay, we're going to bring the bench in, and this bench might run up another 30, 40 points by itself. Beautiful
and
pass
they
by
continue to play
Devlin.
Yes, and Tyler Matt with the nice finish.
This team is relentless. They play defense. I love a team that plays defense. They play it with passion.
Andrew Leamy with the foul, and that will send
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. As long as I've been around sports, I don't know if I've seen one. Man, I had them somewhere, but it's been a long time since I've seen a smashing like this one.
Larry Patrick makes his first free throw.
It makes it even worse when you're a team on the road, because now you got to travel and go back. You got to get on that bus.
Hey.
That's going to be the longest ride in the history. I mean, you can't party and have fun.
Stepping on
You
the
just
line. That time
close
was,
your eyes and ride home. Huh?
Yeah. Jeremy LaValle stepped on the line trying to save it there. Put the headphones on and head to the next one.
No kidding. Get this thing as far away from your memory as you can. I mean, the coach, this is where coaching comes in. You know, you could bury a team in a situation like this, but somehow you got to find a way. You got to find the shovel that can dig them out of it.
Nice move that time.
It was.
Larry Patrick with the layup.
Flint, Michigan.
But I like the assist by LaValle. Jeremy LaValle. I'm saying Jeremy LaValle, but that's Debye. Bryce Debye. That's going to be a timeout. Let's see here. Some substitutions into the game.
Oh, you're talking about Bryce Dubé, huh?
Yes, with that last assist.
Yeah, he was moving like he knew what he was doing. See, look at that trap. They still trapping.
Elijah Moore for Kellogg. Jackson into the game, and nice tip.
Woo. Him and McCaskill, man, they got something going on together. Their timing with each other is special. Because all Jackson had to do was they just nod their head a little bit, and the other guy knows exactly what to do, you know.
for a group of kids that has not been playing with each other very long, you do make a great point there. Their timing is pretty good. This is not a 4-year program.
No.
Another turnover forced by Henry Ford. Jackson to the basket, kicked out. Matrina.
Uh-oh. 8 minutes left. We got 102. Jeff and I were debating whether or not this team could put up 140 points. And it seems like they might be able to.
(102-46). Well, the one thing you really want to be cautious about, especially in a game like this, you want to be very cautious about injuries to your key players.
But what you gonna tell
Mack
them to do? Not to
with a
play no more?
360.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Now that was a beautiful move by Mansell.
Mack Mansell. Do we have a replay on that one?
Yes. I got the replay in my mind, Jeff.
Okay.
I can see it again.
Mansell.
Oh, good play by Mansell.
He took it easy on that one.
He went behind the back on him.
Some guys on the bench got up and they were waiting for it. They were waiting for the show. Mack Mansell playing some good man-to-man defense.
They're aggressive, man. You gotta love this.
Host of substitutions for Kellogg.
Yeah, the coaching staff, for a big credit to them to get the kids to buy into defense first. I mean, look at all of them want to score. It seems like all of them can score. But somehow he's gotten buy-in. He's gotten them to understand that if y'all really, really want to win, then we're going to do more than score. We're going to have to play defense.
Elijah Moore had to get that one way up over the outstretched arm of Carrington McCaskill. And he
Now,
did
that's
it.
a big kid right there.
And yes, Hubbard's at the line, and he's shooting too.
Hubbard's 6'8". We haven't seen much of him. He's a freshman out of Montawan, Michigan. And, you know, I was born and raised in Michigan. I got to sit here and tell you, I don't know where Montawan, Michigan is. Do you, Jeff?
Let me see. I think that's on the west
And
side
I know
of
my
the state
geography, man.
and a little north.
I'm dying over here.
Well,
you can say the west side.
that's what we got the internet for.
southwest side, 'cause
We got
that's
the
where Battle
internet.
Creek is.
We got the internet for. You know, we got that. You know, you can look it up instantly.
Yeah.
So just put it in your phone there, and look it up. And it sounds like it's north.
We shall see.
Muskegon area, I believe. And while Leland is looking that up,
Oh, it's right by Kalamazoo.
see, I told you.
You did. You
I
said
said
it was
west,
up north,
west
man.
side. I said the west
I
side
said
of
it
the
was
state. Anyway,
In the south west.
106
'Cause
to
that's where,
47.
Battle Creek is.
Right. Right. That's what. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm right again. 106 to 47. 7:23 remaining,
Yeah.
and Leland has looked up Mattawa.
It's a little township, little town just south of Well,
And we'd like to say hello to the folks in Mattawa who might be listening and tuned in
hello, everybody.
to the Henry Ford Sports Network. Nice. And again, another assist. And again, Khalil Whitehead. Solomon Petre.
The only thing I see about Jackson so far, I mean, he's like a perfect little point guard, but he dribbles that ball a little high to me. They turn, but all these kids do now. They put their hand underneath the ball. Your hand is never supposed to be under the ball. That's supposed to be carrying, isn't it?
That is something that you have to discuss with the officials. I always thought it was, but you never know. Solomon Petre at the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. Jamal Bradley into the game for Henry Ford. 108-49. Henry Ford with the big lead here over Kellogg Community College.
No, I'm sorry, Jeff. Your adjective is not good enough.
What's
with a
that?
massive lead.
Oh, massive lead. Okay. Thank you for reemphasizing
58-point
that.
lead.
Outside jumper, no good.
Now, Kellogg has been scoring a little bit better this half. No doubt about it.
Hubbard reversed. Not a bad move by the big
Not
fella.
a bad move. Good move. I liked it.
Jackson in the open floor. Never a bad move by Jackson. Always finding the right play.
Whitehead fouled him. Whitehead actually had signed with Chicago State, but with the extra year given by COVID, he decided to come back and join his buddies, Whitehead and Jackson and Solomon.
Not a bad thing to do, though, when
No.
you think about it. Like you said, they'll get that extra year, and you get some minutes, get some playing time.
Get some more playing time, and you get to even better your situation. If you betting on yourself, right, Jeff?
Of
I mean,
course.
you got the scholarship in hand.
Yes.
So to give that up, you got to say, well, I can do better, or I'm gonna give this a shot and see where it takes me. So you're betting on yourself.
And like you said, you got the scholarship secured.
It's hard to just
And
turn down
if
scholarship.
if something else comes around that's better, guess what?
But it is a gamble, because if you could get injured by coming back, then that would blow it. Now, I don't want to put the jinx on nobody, but these are just facts.
Colvin going inside. Outside jumper no good that time by Jamal Bradley. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Tyler Mack
Yeah, Mac.
with that last shot. Pardon me, Tyler. Bank shot no good. And Colvin with the rebound. Tyler Mack. $112 to
60-point lead,
52.
Jeff. I'm doing my math in my head now.
I see, but I did believe you made a prediction of 140 something, but I think it's going to be a little short of that. Okay. 4:34 remaining on the clock.
Well, one thing for sure, Kalamazoo has played with a little bit more veracity.
You mean Kellogg?
I mean Kellogg, and this half, ain't no doubt about it. And they have gotten a few baskets and slowed the game down, and Henry Ford has went all substitutions here. So, yeah, maybe that 140 was a little hyperbole there, I suppose.
Leamy with the ball. Oh, turnover by Henry Ford. And now we go back to those little things again. And that's one of those little things, especially when your second unit comes in and guys are looking for minutes. You got to make sure you protect the ball.
You got to protect the ball more than anything else.
Yes. Even with a big lead like this.
Yeah, because you don't want bad habits.
Well, you want to make sure that you know that you're letting coach know that I'm improving. And I'm showing the other coaches on the team that I can get some minutes going down the stretch. You can depend on me to take care of the basketball and do other positive things.
Yeah, so they call this garbage time.
Not garbage time.
But garbage time, when you the guy coming off the bench, that's prime time.
Prime time for Daniel Autry with the last three-point shot. Shot attempt, no good by Elijah Moore. That one's out of bounds and over to Henry Ford. 115 to 54. 3:30 remaining here in the contest. And that's not a mistake, folks. 115 to 54. Leamy back outside.
River Rouge.
Great execution that time. And that was Devlin with the three-point shot.
They're busy with those hands, man. Tell you one thing. Uh-oh.
Devlin with the no look into the hands of the wrong player. Colvin up the floor.
Larry Patrick is really, really putting in an effort over there for Kellogg.
Jamal Bradley with the last two-point shot. Jeremy LaValle will be at the line shooting two for Kellogg with that backcourt foul. The coach is like, what? What's going on here?
Oh, okay.
.232, 120 to 55. Make it 56. Skip pass. Three-point shot way off the mark there. Colvin with the rebound.
Kellogg trying to play a little defense. Ain't much time left. But this second team that came in here for Kellogg seems to be a little bit more feisty than the first team.
Time clock violation. Jones, he's been the workhorse.
Yeah, he's been putting in work.
Yes. Leamy looking for the three.
You knew that was going to happen.
Step back three for Leamy.
You got a minute left and you coming off the bench.
Yes.
You're going to hoist the three.
And you're right about that. Your range is like unlimited. Here come the Hawks. Autry with the three-point shot attempt, no good. Kellogg Community College Bruins slowing it up a little bit, going inside to Jones. Colvin with the rebound.
Big fella trying to dribble. That's what happens at the end of the game. Well, there you go.
Colvin, one step too many.
Now you can see people are doing stuff.
Good idea, though.
Well, he's giving to the guards, get in your position, and you get the ball right back.
Well, he had the ball, and he put his head down and went to the basket.
Well, he almost had it stolen from him out here earlier. But, you know, hey, the game has changed. The big guys can dribble nowadays, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That foul is going to be on Daniel Autry.
Clock stop. We got 24 seconds.
That's it. Remaining in the contest. And a 120-57 lead for
that kid,
the
number
Hawks.
11, Larry Patrick, is, I have to give him a little credit. He came off the bench here for Kellogg. He's been out there putting in work.
Yes, he has. And so has number 23. He's been putting in work too. Quentin Jones for Kellogg.
Don't shoot that ball.
And that's going to do it. Your final score, 120-57. Your final thoughts on this one, Mr. Stein?
Well, this is the first time I've done Henry Ford basketball, and it was a pleasure to come here. I'm surprised. I didn't know. I hadn't been doing my reading and keeping up with things, that this team was this good. I wouldn't find out about the year they had last year was spectacular. And it seems like they're on the road to matching the level of effort that they put in last year, especially with the four great stars all signed with Division I coming back. That's telling you that something is going right in this program with the coaching staff, with the kids, that they feel that they want to take a chance on their lives and their position and come back when they've already gotten a scholarship, something that the reason why they're here. And so you don't usually do that unless the energy, the vibe, and the kids must really like each other to take a chance to come back and take a shot at going for the title.
All right, that sounds good. Well, thank you for joining me on this streaming cast of Henry Ford College basketball. Your final score, once again, the Hawks of Henry Ford College 120, and the Kellogg Community College Bruins 57. My name is Jeff Lowe for Leland Stein. We'll see you next time on the Henry Ford College streaming network. So long, folks.
Peace and love, everybody.
All right.
I'm sleepy as hell.
Okay. Good.
I know I'm gonna go home and fall.
Hey, you had